Okay, this is an updated video on how to turn on everything in the gym sound closet. So first you want to go into the sound closet. It's this big rack here, you got a TV or a monitor over there, got a computer. So the first thing you want to do is go over to the left in this wall right here. You see these two switches. There's one that's going to say on first and on last. We're going to click on first and then on last. Put that on, you should see everything turn on here. So these two racks at the bottom should be powered on. If those aren't powered on, you want to make sure to power those on. Everything should be blinking, which is great. And then you've got your mixer here. So mixer has a master over here on the right. And then you've got your computer volume, which is going to be here, computer audio. And then you've got your wireless mic right here. And then notice this wireless mic has this big red dot. So I'm going to point you at this sign. So if you're using the wireless microphone, make sure to lower the volume in the wireless channel on the mixer prior to powering on the microphone. So if I'm going to use a microphone in that setting here, I'm going to turn this on here by pressing the button at the bottom once it lights up. It's going to connect, and notice that red light went off. That's because that was noise, but now it's the microphone. So now I can turn up the microphone and talk on it, which is great. And you have to turn on the master, test 1, 2. Once it's that way though, before you power off the microphone, you want to lower the wireless mic all the way down or lower the master all the way down. So you don't want to turn off the mic because you'll scare people in their ears and it'll make a sound. So now that's an also, if you need new batteries, there's a battery charger up here to the left. You can just swap out batteries from the rechargeable, and that's pretty easy. You just unscrew the mic, swap out the batteries, and put the other rechargeables in that same recharging system. To use the computer, you're going to look at this Mac right here, and there's going to be a power button in the back right. Press that power button. You'll get a nice pretty light on the front. It'll make happy sound. The monitor should turn on here. We're going to turn on the projector as well. So you got the projector remote. You walk outside, and you point that projector up at the screen up there. Press on, and you know it's on if it starts blinking at you. So it's just a solid light before, but if you got it on, it'll start blinking at you. Takes about 10-15 seconds for that to start showing on the wall. While it's doing that, you're going to come back in here because there is a screen button to the right of the power button right over here. You hit the down button, it stops itself, but if you go look outside, it's going to start lowering that screen all the way to the bottom. And notice it's starting to get brighter on that screen. You know, log in with that password you get from our ministry leader is. Type that in, and usually the default is mirroring mode. If it is not in mirroring mode, then you'll want to put it in mirroring mode for most people. Once you log in, you'll see it'll give you a screen on both here. Perfect. And then you're going to go down here and you've got your Google Chrome, you've got your music. So if you are going to play, for example, a video off YouTube, you would just go out there using Chrome to YouTube. And then one thing you want to pay attention to is whether the video is muted. It shouldn't be muted, but sometimes up at the top you'll see this tab muted. This is showing it's not muted, but if it's muted, you just right click and unmute the tab, but this is not muted. So that means we should be able to hear it. So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna click up the master, go to the computer volume, and you'll see it's playing that video from the screen. And then you just go, if you wanna maximize, you can maximize it just like that. And that is how you get a video to play in the gymnasium closet. Turn everything off, you just reverse the process. You just turn down the master volume, go over here to the computer, just hit that Apple button, shut down, shut that down, perfect. You're gonna take that projector remote, and it's got a button next to power, it's called standby. You just go up to standby, hit standby once, and then are you sure? You click the OK button in the middle for yes. Turns off the projector, put that remote back where people can find it, and then we still got to turn off the mixer. So then we're going to reverse back here. We have an off first and an off last. The screen's still down. You press up on the screen to retract the screen, and then you're done. And that's how you turn everything in the gymnasium.